Alright guys, as we all know, Canelo Alvarez has a 3-fight deal with the PBC, right? And he already fought once with Jermell Charlo. And now we have confirmation for his next 2 opponents in the future. We also have the date and in the order that they're going to be fighting in. And also in what platform is going to take place in. But before we get into that, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you will never see it again. And ding the notification bell. That way you never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding, ding. Alright guys, let's get started. Steven Espinosa reported that after 2023, Showtime will no longer be involved in boxing. That sucks. I grew up with Showtime and HBO, but sometimes change could be better. It doesn't have to be worse all the time. But I am hoping for the best for boxing. I believe if the PBC goes to another network and joins them, they will be so big, so huge, they will have so much talent, they will really run boxing to whichever network they join. It doesn't matter. I believe other promoters will not be able to compete with them. I believe if boxing was under one umbrella, there won't be so much undefeated fighters anymore because all the best fighters will have to fight each other and somebody has to take a loss sometime. So I believe the sport will eventually evolve to the greatest fighters around that time will have maybe like 5 or 6 losses, but we will be getting the biggest fights all the time. Also guys, in another report with Michael Benson, he reported that Canelo's next 2 fights in 2024 will still be broadcasted by Showtime pay-per-view, despite Showtime shutting down Showtime Sports at the end of 2023. This has previously been agreed as a part of a deal with ALVAREZ. So now we all know that Canelo will have the last 2 pay-per-view fights for Showtime for 2024. The first one is going to be against JAIME Munguia, a young, undefeated, talented fighter. It's going to be on Cinco de Mayo weekend. I can't wait for this fight. It should be an action-packed fight with a lot of excitement and it's going to be on a good holiday. But first, Munguia has to get past John Ryder. And I am expecting Munguia to beat Ryder, so I think we're gonna have Canelo versus Munguia for sure. And the second fight is going to be of one of the most avoided fighters, the boogeyman, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. But first, David Benavidez has to get past Andrade. If not, it's going to be Canelo versus Andrade, whoever wins. But I am favoring Benavidez to beat Andrade, but Andrade is a really good fighter. I believe because of Andrade's style, it will give Benavidez a lot of problems, so I believe this fight to be a 50-50 fight. Benavidez has to come in great shape, but I have Benavidez. I believe these 2 fights are good fights and are great for boxing. The first, a Mexican all-out war against JAIME Munguia, a Cinco de Mayo weekend, and then he fights David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, on Mexican Independence Day weekend, and all 3 of them are Mexican. These are 2 great fights and will sell very well, especially the David Benavidez fight, but I'm buying both. I personally don't see David Benavidez and JAIME Munguia being this version of Canelo. Maybe the past Canelo that fought Ryder, yes, but not this version. Have you guys seen Canelo train his neck lately? This guy is strong. This guy is a freaking rhino. I also can't believe they're extending 2 more fights just for Canelo. But I think there's more other fighters, right? It just can't be Canelo. Because I'm sure both Canelo fights are gonna have undercards, right? I don't think it's just gonna be Canelo versus Benavidez and Canelo versus Munguia, and that's it. I hope there's more fights, not just Canelo. Maybe like a Tank Davis or a Terrence Crawford fight. That'd be cool. I hope there is because I'm going to miss Showtime. I grew up on Showtime. But what do you guys think about Canelo versus Munguia and Benavidez? Who do you guys have winning? As of now, I got Canelo, but that could change at any moment. But comment below who do you guys have winning and I'll write to everyone back. But remember this, guys, subscribe.